Hi and welcome. My name is Simon Majumdar. We're here at the American Royal in Kansas City, Missouri. And this is the world's biggest barbecue competition. Over 500 teams, nearly 5,000 people competing, over 500,000 pounds of meat being cooked and consumed over 2 days of competition. It's a really amazing event, and during the next few minutes I'm going to show you what goes on and get you to meet some of the people who enter the competition.
Yes, we'll spray just some mustard on here, and this thing's going to cook for probably 12 hours at least, and the mustard just acts as a glue. So after 12 hours and a lot of rendering, you're not really going to taste the mustard, but when we put this dry rub on, the mustard acts as glue and lets it hold a little more on the surface.
So you'll just massage it into the meat?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to work it in and start with the non-fat side, then we're going to roll them over and get on top of the fat here, and when we throw them in the smoker, we're going to throw them in fat side up, so then that fat really renders down into the meat and makes it nice and moist.
Oh, I'm excited already. Earlier.
Absolutely.
That's
yep.
right.
Can you just go through again what's in that for me?
Well, again, we start with the peppers, white pepper, black pepper, some brown sugar. We do a little bit of hint of hickory smoked salt. We add in some cayenne pepper because you got to have that. We also put some cumin in there for a nice smoky taste, and then we also use 2 different types of paprika. Spanish paprika and Hungarian paprika.
That's
so
right.
We don't want to leave anyone out. That's the whole point.
Here, where's the knife?
Am I going to be putting on each one?
Just start sprinkling it on. We'll tell you if it's enough. Okay, that's a good start on one side. Right there.
We're just going to start massaging this into the...
Yeah, and that mustard's going to hold it on there, act as a little bit of a glue.
This rub smells superb.
So now you got to get the action.
Okay, so let's see some of the action.
It's getting cut out.
Oh, we got to flip this.
Fat down or up?
Up.
Fat up.
That fat's gonna
Fat
burn
on
your
top
mouth.
side so it melts down in.
I'll do the same. So Jeff, tell me what you're doing now.
Simon, we just pulled the brisket out. We've let it rest for a little bit. And what we're going to do now is cut it against the grain so that when we slice it, it's going to be nice and tender and not have a real textured pull to it when you bite into it. So
Fantastic. And cut it. If you could, while you cut it, if you could show me what we're looking for.
we're going to look for a few things. One, check how tender it is. 2, make sure that we've got the smoke ring. So when we look into a slice of brisket, the smoke ring is the most important thing to look for.
And could you show us the smoke ring when you cut it? That would be great.
We've had this on the smoker for a couple hours.
Let me come in closer.
And as you
so
can
people
see, the smoke ring really, point that out, is that
Yeah. And that's beautiful and moist, isn't it?
it is. I mean, it's really, as you can see, it's just really melting, and that fat that we talked about when we rubbed it last night really is melted down to what we, just really call the candy.
Oh.
So it's,
And this crust on the top, that's all from the rub?
that is the fat rendering down and the rub burning in, and just a perfect brisket.
So you're happy with this piece of brisket?
This is going to be one of the best we serve today.
Fantastic. Thank you.
This is the baby back spare rib that we love the most. It's probably one of the best cuts of meat off the pig that we turn in. When people think of ribs, they're thinking of a baby back rib. And
why is that? What is it about that piece of meat that's so special?
it is really, I think this is the epitome of what barbecue is. This is really defines barbecue. Some people say it's brisket, other people say pork shoulder, we say it's the baby back rib.
And what are we looking for on these that makes this particular example so special?
You're really looking for the way it bends, and it's just about to pull back. See, we can pull gently on the meat and move that. It's really tender. Pull this back a little bit.
Oh.
And
Wow, that looks
you can see
amazing.
the smoke flavor really coming in, that rub.
Yep.
It's going to taste delicious when they eat it.
And this is the quality you would be looking to put into the competition.
This is exactly what we'd like to turn in tomorrow.
Oh, fantastic. That's great. Thank you. As you can see, I've come across the unlikely sight of the British Barbecue Society here at the American Royal. I had no idea that many people apart from myself in Britain knew anything about barbecue, but I've actually met with Toby Shea, who's the president of the British Barbecue Society, and he's going to tell me a little bit about what the hell you're doing. So Toby, tell me, I mean, does anyone in the UK actually know what the hell barbecue is?
It's growing, certainly. We've got quite a few members now. It's people that have started, if they're having big parties, they'd rather cook a large joint of meat rather than, flipping the burgers and sausages. So people have got into this naturally. So yeah, we follow, the British Barbecue Society has the same rules that they set up over here. We follow the four main categories: ribs, chicken, full brisket and a pork shoulder, or as it's called over here, a pork butt. Cooking overnight. The competitions in the UK, for example, we would start on a Saturday night, we'd have a team meeting at about 6 p.m, we'd start cooking about 8 p.m, and turn-in would be the following day. So the guys would be up all night cooking, so people are getting used to it. It's taking time, but we're growing
And
gradually.
how have people here reacted to a British team?
Oh, they think it's fantastic.
Have they been a bit surprised?
A lot of them have been very surprised that we've travelled over just for a week for this one competition. They ask if we do competitions all over the country, but no, this is the one. We're here for a week. We've taken time off from work, friends, and family, and we're giving it a go. We're trying to take on the Americans in their own backyard, as I'm sure people have heard that before.
And how do you think you're going to do?
I think we do pretty good. We've been invited into the Invitational Contest, which is what we're competing in today. We've just handed those in. And then we start all over again this evening for the Open Contest. And tomorrow there's 490 teams competing. So this is going to be the interesting test. But we'll do better than previous teams.
As you can see, it's quite a bit of chaos in here.
So all these people are turning in. This is turn-in time for chicken, is
This
it?
is 12 o'clock noon. We start chicken, then we'll go to ribs next, followed by pork, and then brisket and sausage every half an hour. So
Oh, okay. So already they're prepping the next.
absolutely.
So you're just going to get in the queue now.
We're hoping. We don't want to miss the window. We've got straight up noon. We've got 5 minutes to get it in. I think we'll be okay.
Sort of practicing essentially.
And can you tell me what you're doing? That what they call the Hollywood cut?
Yeah. So for this one, I made a cut closest to this bone, and then I want to get another cut closest to this one, so you've got a really healthy.
Can you show me another cut like that so I can show the guys?
That wasn't a very good cut.
Oh, because you tore it a little at the
Yeah,
end.
tore it. But
Working on the Hollywood cut.
I'm trying to.
With Pizza Hut and the Chiefs Fox Football Radio Network. Mitch Holtis back at Arrowhead Stadium. Not exactly the way you want to start this game. No way. Fumbling the opening kickoff, giving them the football.
Those are beautiful looking ribs though, but you don't think these are quite good enough to turn in?
Yeah, these were just slightly overdone. They're coming off the bone a little bit easy, but these other three were a little bit bigger and are just a little bit lower heat. I think these will be just right.
And you've brushed these with a special glaze?
Yes.
And tell me what that includes without